Good morning everyone. So welcome back. Now we are going to do potential sources of stress. So basically what is potential sources of stress? Well, the sources which may lead to stress can be considered as potential sources of stress. Now we have categorized them into three in order to understand them into a better way. That is environmental potential sources of stress and organizational sources of stress and individual sources of stress. So we are going to see what are the factors which may act as potential environmental sources of stress. Then we are also going to see what are the factors which may act as a potential organizational sources of stress, and the last, what are the factors which can be a potential individual sources of stress. Well, there are many, but we are going to do some of them. So when I talk about environmental sources of stress, it means something which is an external factor which is going to impact me. Okay, external macro factor. When I say macro, it means I may or may not, generally I may not have any control on such factors, and that will lead to stress. For example, political factors. Are we Dhirubhai Ambani or Tata or Birla? Of course not. So do we have any political connection? So if we talk about an average human being, they do not have any control over the political factors which may lead to stress. So that is environmental sources of stress. Moving to the next is economic. Do we have any connection with the finance ministers or the IPS and ISF officers who are actually making monetary policies and fiscal policies? And this fiscal policies, that is related to tax, and monetary policies that is being done by RBI, framing repo rate and cash ratio rate, etc. Do we have any hold on that? Can we tell to the director of RBI, I am thinking to save money in my saving account, please increase the saving rate? Can we? So it means the economic factors will also impact me. The depression, recession within the economy will also impact my standard of living, will also impact my daily life to certain extent. So that is why it is potential sources which falls under environmental. Moving to next, that is technological factor. Even yes, that is something which is not in our hand. Nowadays we are talking about EV, electronic vehicle. After a few days we may talk about hydrogen cell, and then we may talk about plasma cell. But do we have any hold to tell someone, okay fine, I have a petrol vehicle, you cannot come up with an EV vehicle because I recently purchased that? Can I say to the government, can I have any impact on it? Of course not. Such factors will also impact me. The reason is I purchased a petrol vehicle just yesterday, and today government comes up with EV vehicle or else hydrogen cell, plasma cell, and government says that you have to scrap your vehicle, the brand new vehicle that you might have purchased in XYZ lakhs of rupees. I have to follow, but don't you think this will bring a stress to me that my hard money is now some or other way is wasted, or else it will not have a long life? The reason is government want me to scrap it. I'm not talking about against the government by any which ways, but I'm just trying to say, do I have any hold on it? Whether it is technological factor, political factor, economical factor, these are potential sources under environmental factors which can also bring stress to me, because it may not have a direct impact, but it will have an indirect impact in my life. Okay, so this is environmental factor. So moving to the next, that is potential source